Alright, back again, Luke here, and today what I figured I'd do is show you the inside of this Pana Custom here. If you remember from my last video, this is the one that I just wound up getting. And took it apart here, took all the screws out, and this thing's a little bit challenging to get open. Let's see if we can get it to come open. It's not seeming like it wants to. Oh, there we go. Nice metal casing. On the inside here, what you'll notice is there's a power supply here. You have your video converter. It has a regular AV cable, and it has S-Video here, and that's connected to the JAMA connection and a small speaker, which is kind of cool down at the bottom. And then up here you can see all the buttons, all the switches here for the turbo and the coin in. And the joysticks, everything's soldered together here, so it's not really, it wasn't really intended for people to take apart, I think. But I wound up taking apart all of the components and taking a look at them, trying to clean up what looked like it needed to be cleaned up. I grabbed out my multimeter and I checked to see that the voltages were coming out, and they were, and the proper voltages were displaying. So I went and decided to make this kind of makeshift harness for the time being. Sadly, right now, I didn't have a board that was big enough, so I'm about 8 slots short here. But luckily, these last 8 are just player 2, button 5, player 1, button 5 and 6, things like that. I was able to get the main parts here, but man, trying to wear this thing up, this was a pain. I didn't really care about the job as far as the neatness goes, because I'm going to have to get a bigger board for this eventually, but tons and tons of wires here. Wound up wiring all those up to this JAMA connector, and yeah, surprisingly enough, it turns on. So figured we could turn this on and I'll show you. The video quality for it, the image is not the best, and I'm not so sure as to why. It might be the converter here, but most likely it's probably the TV. That thing has seriously got some issues with these arcade boards and with these video converters. But this one here, this is my old Mortal Kombat 1 board, and this video converter here will not play it. It doesn't like any of my midway boards. It just flickers and glitches, but this will actually play it, so I'm pretty happy about that. The little speaker down here is really awesome because it's got a volume control here on the other side. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this has the sync control down here to change the sync, blue, green, red, volume control, and it's got a speed setting here. And yeah, I mean, I tried to tweak it as much as I could, but it might be the fact that I'm using just a regular AV cable and not the composite, or not the S-Video cable, and maybe it's just the TV, I'm not sure, but we do have it working. So let's pop this beast on here and I'll show you what I mean. Switch is in the back, and you can hear it coming through that small speaker. And it may not look too bad through the camera, but in person it looks really rough. And it's not adjusted to the TV, the correct size. It's kind of flickering a little bit, but for the time being it is working, so you can see it flicker from time to time. I think I gotta mess around with some of the settings on this board and see if I can get it to go a little bit better. But as soon as this thing gets done, you can hear that sound. The sound is coming from this little speaker, and it's pretty impressive that this little thing puts out sound. We got our credit button here, so I'll put in a couple of credits. But at least it does display the game, so press the start button here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to see what I can do about getting this a little bit better. But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that was excellent or not. But nonetheless, it does work. So I'm pretty happy about that. 3,000 yen here, and I got a working, basically, control box slash super gun. So just figured I'd share this with you guys here, show you what I've been up to, and it's taken quite some time to try and get this far, but for the time being, at least it's up and running. So yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.